こんにちは、チャートマスターの根崎ゆきです。9月4日水曜日のセッションリキャップ、スコットのウェブセミナーを取っていきたいと思います。よろしくお願いいたします。それでは始めていきましょ
う。So this is session recap for the 3rd of September. It is non-farm payroll week, so we got to be careful of that. And take a look at the euro. Euro has continued to come to the downside. There's an opportunity right down here on the downside here to trade it down to possibly 3,100. We got a PSR right here. PSR. A lot of things telling us that this is the bottom right here, at least for now, right in this area. Right around 3,100. You're at 3,154. So there's about a 50 pip trade down here.
まずはユーロドルの240分からですね。今週は金曜日にノンファームペイロール、雇用統計ありますので、気をつけなくちゃいけないんですけども、ユーロドルは引き続きダウントレンドになっています。で、今3154なんですけども、3100までこのサポートレジスタンスまで取れる可能性が高いですというわけで、売りで見ていきたいですねということですね。
はい。So that may happen later tonight. The euro does not move, but 13 pips during the Asian session, so it probably won't happen until London. Okay. Stop loss. Okay. Didn't get hit. I'm still good. Good. I'm still good. Alright, British pound. And that's the difference in brokers and fractional pricing and all that kind of stuff. Alright, British pound, talking to us, say we're going to the upside. Our opportunity here, we got a day chart trend to the upside. We have broken this barrier right here. We had a gap here. They have not filled that gap yet, folks. So that means they may come back down and fill that gap before they go.
ポンドドルですね、240分です。まだ窓埋めしてきてないですよね。窓開いたまんまですので、一回戻ってきてからの5上がりっていうのがあるかもしれないです。
The opportunity is right here. Right. Gaps get filled 80+% of the time on the first day, so it makes sense that they'll come down and fill.
で、窓埋めっていうのは、80% プラスの確率で、1日目に埋めてきます。なので、埋めてきてからこのスペースですよね。上がってきてこのスペース HSI の R3 から R4 を取っていきたいですね。
That and then bounce, and we'll look for these two opportunities. If they fill the gap, you're looking for trade 1 and trade 2. If they don't fill the gap, you're looking for only trade 2. Right? So there we go. Right. Alright, CAD dollar. CAD is at the top of the trend. There's nothing to do when we're at the top of the trend, but wait for the pullback. We needed to pull back down in this area about 104.50 area before we can make the trade, although it may only go down to 104.92. And we'll see. That's because I don't have fractional pricing. I have an old account and it's rounded pricing, so I don't have to deal with that fractional stuff. Unfortunately, you can't get one of those anymore, which is why you won't pry that account out of my hands. So right now, you guys are stopped out, I'm not. See? Doesn't mean I might not get stopped out, but I'm not stopped out because of the fractional. Same thing on the dollar Swissy with the top of a trend line here. Now, this may not be the trend. It may be off of here. It may be coming up as high as this. You know, the trend is subjective. It's subjective, so it may be as high as up here, in which case this would only be the heart line running right in here. So it's a real possibility that that's it too. So I don't know yet. But right now I needed to pull back. No matter what it is, it's got to pull back and tell me. Got square ups I have to take down, place down here. So, you know, we'll see what happens here. We are out of this old trend, so I can take this off.
ドルフランですね、240分。今、チャンネル、この青いアップトレンドのチャンネルの上にあるんですけども、もしかしたらこのチャンネルの上っていうのがここのトップかもしれません。で、ハートラインがこの黄色い線かもしれないですよね。何にせよ一回リトレースをしてきて、スクワップキャンドルありますし、一回下がってきてからのもう一回買いっていう風にしていきたいですね。
Gold and new trend right now. So, well, to keep the trend, they got to make a higher high. That means they got to get up in this area right here. Dollar yen coming down, as you see, it's correcting, and we've squared this candle up now. Maybe we'll get a bounce. We'll go to the upside. We'll see what happens here. We're in an uptrend to the upside. It's pretty well built, as you can see. So they have a big square up, however, they might want to take care of it. And they want to come back and square this thing up. So if they come back and square this up, we'll look for this opportunity tonight, and then this one again right here. All right. So if we get that, that'll be good. So wait and see if you get that trade or not. Let me get a little note on here. I want both of these. I want one right here. want down right here. Should happen.
ドル円ですね。一回スクワップキャンドルありますので、ここまでスクワップしてきてからの買いで見ていきたいですね。
Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar is coming up to the top here. We're in a big downtrend here. So we're waiting to see if this is going to be a correction. As you can see, we're in a big wedge, but this is a day chart wedge, so we're not so worried about it as we would be if it was a 240 wedge. We wouldn't be trading it. But because it's not, it's a day chart trend, we're okay. We're going to see if he comes up here and tags this and turns to the downside. If that case, we will take that trade. If the break hooks and goes, we'll take the trade above 9100 here, or probably 9200, where we have all the bottoms right in here. A lot of bombs right there, so probably that's the opportunity. All right. So we'll wait and see what happens here. Right now, we're in limbo on the Aussie. Euro yen, okay, I still haven't got them. I stopped at 87, see, so I haven't got.
まあ OG 円は戻ってきてからトレードしたいですねということでしたね。OG ドルですね。次ユーロ円行きましょう。
Yeah, I'm still holding. All right, so I've got a big sideways move here on the euro yen. And every time they come down, they find buyers, which tells us that that's what they're trying to do, is be a buyer. And we're in this trade. Some of you have already been stopped out. Some of us have not been stopped out. We'll see. But we're looking for this to continue up to here. All right? So if it turns around and maybe it stops you out and comes right back up again and starts, and you get the same trade again. And we're looking for this opportunity right here and this one up here.
ユーロ円ですね。トレンドブレイクしてきたので買いたいですね。ここまで買って、その上ももう一個買っていきたいですよね。
Later on. So look for that in the Asian session. Alright. Pound yen. Pound yen's at the top of the trend wall. Nothing for us to do. Wait for it to come down. We've got two big square ups and a gap to fill down here. And see, we haven't filled this gap here either. Alright, so there may be the reason. That may be actually what they're coming down to do, is just fill these gaps before they go. So maybe they'll fill the gap, in which case we'll have these trades back up to the upside again. This is
ポンド円ですね。ポンド円は一回下がって来なくちゃおかしいです。で、窓埋めもしなくちゃいけないですから、一回下がってきてからの買いで買っていきたいですね。
a great opportunity right here. This is a great opportunity here once we get a pullback. So wait for the pullback, and you'll be good. New Zealand. We're trading in a big box, as you can see. Got a very slight uptrend to it, not much of anything else. We have broken out of this descending wedge down here. We're up here. So we're looking for a continuation to continue up here. The first trade is right here. Not really a lot here, folks. So, but you know, it is there, and maybe in the Asian session or in the Sydney session this afternoon, you'll catch that trade right there to the upside. We're looking for a target of 79.16, maybe up to 79.58.
9ドルですね。一つここ買っていきたいですね。このサポート、青い線のサポートレジスタンスまで、7916ですよね。ここまで買っていきたいねということを言っています。
AJ is climbing up the hill, as you can see. Got a square up that needs to be done down here, and we're going to see it just like on the Aussie dollar. What she's going to do with this is the day chart trend. So if she respects the day chart trend and trades to the downside, there's our opportunity. If it doesn't respect it, breaks, hooks, and goes, then you're going to trade it up to here. So we're either going up to 91.19 on the break, hook, and go to the upside, or on the crash into the trend wall to the downside, we're going back to 88.71. Either one of those, I don't care which one it does, I'll be happy to take either one of those. Euro pound's got about 50 pips to the downside. We've got a bear flag here on the 60-minute chart, and also on the 10-minute chart. Our target is down here at 8,400. Take us up to a 240 chart. You can see we're in a trend to the downside. So, you know, we're making lower highs. This is a 1, 2, 3. All right, if they don't finish this off down to here, then they're going to do the 4 wave up here, which is going to be a corrective wave to the top. All right, so it'll be a move to the upside. If it does that, you'll be looking to be a seller somewhere around these bottoms right here. So definitely want to be a seller right in there if it goes down. And we'll see.
ユーロポンドですね。ユーロポンド今ダウントレンドで狙ってるのはこのボトムです。なので一回戻ってくるかもしれませんけども、そしたら売りたいですよね。この辺からこのボトムの辺から売っていきたいですよねと。
Euro Aussie, up to a 240 chart. We're working a channel, as you can see, to the downside here. We're seeing that So, huge opportunity below 4,500. And we're up 45.33. So this is the opportunity below 4,500. You don't want to miss this trade down to the S6.
ユーロ王子ですね。4500より下で売っていきたいですよね。これ絶対ミス見逃したくないということを言ってます。
It's at 44.22. 80 pip trade. I love that trade right there. Especially if it stays inside the channel. So keep an eye on that one. Pull back up. Any place up in here, look for it to sell down. So if it gets up as high as 45.50 again, you might look for the sell again down to 44.22. CAD, we need to finish this move to the downside off. I haven't finished it yet. We have a sideways move. We now have a descending wedge here. And the descending wedge tells us we're going to continue the downside. So we're looking to come down to here, and then we'll look for the bounce. All right, so we want the bounce right there at the trade off the bottom of the trend wall. It's a day chart trend and a 240 trend, all right in this area right here. That should give us a bounce, and then we'll have these two trades right here. So be watching for that.
ユーロカナダですね。ブレイクしてきたら跳ね返りで買っていきたいねっていうことですね。1つ目、2つ目っていう感じです。
CAD yen, we're at the top of the channel. Wait till we get a pullback, and if we get a pullback down in here, we're looking to go up to the day chart trend line up there, as you can see. About 60, 70 pips up there, so we definitely want that trade. But they do need to square this thing up. So before they do that, they may come down here and square this up down in this area right in here. In which case, if they do, you'll be at the bottom of the channel. Square up, taking place. There's your trade right there. Wait.
カナダ円ですね。カナダ円は1回スクエアアップありますので、戻ってきてからの買い、チャンネルの底での買いをしていきたいですねということですね。
That comes to you. So, New Zealand yen. 240 chart, we'll have a breakout pretty significant. Once again, a square up needs to take place, but they're showing us not much of anything except that every time we go down, we try to square up, we find nothing but buyers. So, I'm still going with the buy, and there's a big opportunity right up in here. So we'll see what happens in the Asian session tonight, but that is a great opportunity right there. But be careful, because they do need to square this up. If they square it up down to here, then you'll also add this trade in to the bounce to the upside. All right. So chart tells us we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 makes sense here. So a square up down to here and then a bounce would make a lot of sense.
9円ですね、240分。1、2、3、4で今戻ってきてからの買いをしていきたいですね。
Now New Zealand. Now New Zealand, we're waiting to continue to the upside. Let's see if we can get this breakout here. It's very close to happening, by the way. This may actually happen as soon as we close the room down, so be aware of that. All right? So as soon as we close the room down, you may get this trade. So there's 100 pips right up in here, and they're testing doing it right now, as you can see. So maybe it'll happen. All right? You can see that our paddles are feeding us information. All right, they're saying we're trying to make the turn. We are making the turn. See, they're showing that turn right there. So if we get this trade, we don't want to miss this trade, folks. So if this happens, you're going to see people.
ポンド9ですね。この高値割ってきたら買っていきたいんですけど、これありますよねと。で、PATO、1000チャートですよね。見てみると30分こうクロスしてきてますし、240分もこれクロスしそうですよね。今ちょっと調整がありますけども、まあこれ見てみると、まあ上がってきそうだよね。May happen って言ってますから、まあ多分もしかしたら発生するかもしれないってことですね。
Talking tomorrow, I got 80 pips, I got 90 pips, I got all that, and you're going to be going, I didn't get anything. Well, you've just been heads up on this thing right here.
でなのでヘッズアップしておきたいですよね。ポンド9位、よく注意して見ておきたいですね。多分明日とかになると、これでポンド9位で80ピップ、90ピップ取れましたっていう人が出てきますよねっていうことで、注意して見ておきたいですよねってことですね。
We break this top, look for that 2050 number. Silver, right? Silver, we're looking to continue to the upside, and everybody should have their stops move below this bottom right in here, and we're looking to go up to 25.30. Right, so we'll see if we get that trade today. We'll see. They're doing dollars. There's a little bit of selling of dollars right now. As you can see, so maybe over. All right, pound chief. All right, we're looking for this opportunity to the upside. When we break above 45.85, you're going to have to get your stop move by 4,600. The real trade is above 4,600, and there's just this little area right in here, and there's another area right back up in here. So best thing to do would be to take the 4,500 out, pull back, and then go. And that would be sweet if it would do that. Okay?
ポンドプランですね。ブレイクフック&ゴーで1つ目、2つ目を買っていきたいですね。
Pull back and go. Pound Aussie. Pound Aussie is daily chart. In a downtrend, looking for a continuation to the downside. We don't want to miss this opportunity. There's a couple of big opportunities here, as you can see. First one is this small one for about 60 pips, and then we got this big one right here. So, 1 and 2 right here. So if you get a break below 71.65, 71.50, get below 71.50 on break hook and go, you're going down to 71. 100 is 50 pips.
ポンド王子ですね。これいくつかのオプティニティ選択肢があります。で、まずトレンドブレイクしてきてるから売り、そしてチャンネルがダウントレンド。なので一つ目ここ取りたいですね。7150より下で売りたいですね。で、二つ目取っていきたいですね。これ結構良さそうなトレードですということ言ってます。
So the first part of the trade, then break below 7100. We're looking for a trade at 70.14 and 85 pips below that. So both of those are interested in. So below 7100 also. All right. And then finally, the Euro New Zealand. All right. Euro New Zealand, we're just flopping around here on this Euro New Zealand. We're in a downtrend. We are 1, 2, 3. We're looking to do the fourth wave to the upside. So when we finish this fourth wave to the upside, which could come here to 69.48, it may go even higher than that. And where these bottoms are up here at 69.68, we'll look for the sell-off back to the downside. We need that, and we're going to be looking for 48 sell. And then below here, there's 40 pips there. Yeah, we can take it. So if we get that high, we're going to be a seller off the 69.50. When you come back down and you break through here again, you want to be a seller below the 68.74. And then below 6,800, you want to be a seller here. And if you stack those trades, you're going to be making a ton of profit. Trading a big box on the Euro New Zealand, so to go to all the way to the bottom makes sense. So these are trades you want to hold on to. You don't want to be limiting out on these trades. You want to be
ユーロ級ですね。戻ってきてから売っていきたいですね。で、今これは大きなボックスの中にユーロ級はいるので、もし下がってきたらずっとこの底まで持ってたいですよね。こういうボックスのトレードっていう時はもうずっと利益を伸ばしたい時です。上とか下まで取っていきたりすると。
holding on because we're trading in a box. And the box tells us that we are going to the bottom. You can see right down here. So if you can hold all these all the way down here, by the end of the week, you might have 800 pips in here by that time. So this is a good trade to hold on to. Don't be trying to move your stops too quick on this stuff. Yes, Steve, everything we do is recorded. Every single thing we do is recorded if we're live. So that will be recorded. All right, everybody, that's what I see. I'll talk to all of you later. Have a great day. Be careful. And see you tomorrow morning.
はい、というわけで今日のセッション2キャップここまでです。金曜日に来ようときあるので、それを気をつけながらトレードしていきましょう。それではまた明日です。失礼します。